Patience is one of the most underrated skills in trading. However, it's literally needed for long-term success. So in today's video, I'll explain to you why patience can either make or break your trading, both on the charts and in your mindset. Now guys, before I get right into this video, I literally just got a message from one of my members in the community who's been with me for a few months now. And he's literally just said right now, I'm actually doing really, really well at trading and I'm looking to quit my job in July or August and join me in Thailand. You guys can see this right here, or if not, it's gonna be up on the screen. Bro, insane. That's the importance of patience. That's the importance of sticking to a plan. And in today's video, I will show you exactly how you can be like Ivan here, who's now gonna be in Thailand, hopefully in a few months' time. Let's get right into this video, guys. Let's go. Now guys, what I want you to do is have a look at this setup right here. I'm gonna explain a trade that happened last Wednesday. However, in order to actually profit from this trade, you had to be extremely patient, and I'm gonna explain exactly what I mean right now. The first thing, all of you guys know how I trade. It's pretty simple. I wait for a sweep of Asian high, and basically when that is swept, I will then consider looking for sells as long as it makes sense with the higher time frame. And that is one of the key things. It has to make sense with a higher time frame, and I have to wait before I see a good sweep of liquidity, whether that is from structural liquidity or from a previous day high or from a previous week high. And that gives me confirmation to then look for sells. And until then, I don't take the trade. That's very, very important. Until I see all of these things, I will not trade. I'd rather take no trades in a week than take one trade every single day, but those trades be terrible setups. And that's the importance of patience. So let me show you guys right here. If I go back, I'll show you that the previous week high, right, was right here, okay? There's loads of liquidity resting above previous weekly highs. And basically what you need to do in this scenario, even though we're looking for sells because Asian high gets taken out, as you can see right there, you do not want to take a trade before the previous week high is taken out. Now, the reason why this is, and the reason why you need to understand this, and if you're gonna watch this video, make notes and actually take the time to understand what I'm telling you, because this will be the turning point in your trading if you can master this, okay? Like I said, there's so much liquidity after we take out the previous week high, which is up here, okay? So let me mark this out on my charts like this, okay? Previous week high, like that. Now, if we know there's so much liquidity resting above the previous week high and the market's going to be drawn to this level of liquidity, why on earth would you take a trade until this previous week high is taken out? That is one of the most important things to understand in trading, is you have to wait for these levels to actually be taken out before you trade. And this is why people think that my strategy sometimes is so simple, but it's actually not. There's so much more to it than just sweeping out Asian high and looking for a sell. Because if you do that, if you just go and take a trade after the Asian high is taken out, for example, right here, right? Very, very unexperienced traders will go and take a sell here, target Asian low, just because we've taken out Asian high, right? But as you can see, they're gonna lose. And the reason why is because you have to be patient to wait for that external liquidity, or in this case, the previous week high, to be taken out. Then you can look for a sell. The market does not care about your emotions. If you are impatient, if you don't have discipline, then the market is going to eat you alive, and it's going to take all of your money, and you're going to keep blowing those funded accounts. You have to become patient in order to ever see results in your trading. So stick to the end of this video and I'll explain to you not only how to become patient, but how to actually implement this into your life so that you can do this as well. So going back to the charts, imagine this. Imagine that you are actually patient enough to wait for this external liquidity to be taken out, i.e. the previous week high, within, by the way, a daily supply zone. Then you can look for a trade. And look at what happens if you are just being patient enough to actually wait for not only confirmation on the lower time frames, but waiting for the previous week high to be taken out and then looking for the trade. You guys will see what happens right here. Okay, the market goes down a little bit, but then it pulls up. You begin to see your confirmations in here, and I'll show you guys that on the lower time frames, this is around the time where you would actually look to get into the market. So if I go to the 1 minute chart, you can see here, right, that as soon as basically this level here is broken, as soon as you can see that the market is actually starting to reverse, which really was when we broke past this low here. So technically it did take a while to actually see that reversal, but that's when you can have the confirmation on the lower time frames to look to actually get into the market. And then, as you can see, right, if you had entered somewhere up here, brilliant, you've waited for the previous week high to be taken out, you've got an entry somewhere up here, okay, with your stop loss maybe above these highs like this. And then what happens is, because we've taken out enough liquidity, because we were patient enough to wait for not only the Asian high to be taken out, but also the previous week high, and wait for your confirmation on the lower time frames, with your rejections, which you can see right here on these 15-minute candles, which is absolutely beautiful, within a daily supply zone, then the market is going to dump. And you guys can see here, well, it just about would have stopped you out, but realistically your stop loss is probably going to be above this high. But you can see there, the market dumps, and that is literally a perfect example of why being patient is so crucial, because as you will see, this is literally the highest point of the week. From this moment on, the market continues to dump and dump and dump and dump. And basically, you know, if you held this trade down to here, that's like a 1 to 9. And it's just because you're being patient. Like, being patient, guys, and avoiding these silly losses is the most important thing that you can do when it comes to trading. Hands down, the most important thing you can do. Now, I personally didn't actually trade at all this week because there was NFP on Friday. And that is another whole thing that you can actually do to become more patient, is you want to come off the charts completely to avoid having a bad probability week where the market conditions are not going to be in your favor, okay? Yes, this setup is something which I normally would have taken. However, there was NFP on Friday and I didn't want to risk my capital because, yet again, there's no need to be impatient and force a trade when you don't need to, right? There's going to be setups every single week. And if you don't feel like trading for a week because there's NFP or because the conditions aren't in your favor, then don't trade. Like, literally, guys, you just need to stop trading, and that's how you become a very, very, very good trader. Now, guys, patience applies to literally everything in trading. Whether you're trying to take a trade on the charts, or whether you're trying to pass a funded account, or whether you're trying to slowly build up your personal account, right? You have to be patient in everything that you do. As soon as you become impatient and, for example, try and force a trade like you saw there and lose unnecessarily, then you are going to be a bad trader. As soon as you go into a funded account and try and pass it in a single day, then you're going to be a bad trader. As soon as you become impatient in general in your personal life, then you're going to be a bad trader. You have to develop patience before you ever see success in your trading. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to tell you 2 or 3 tips that you can actually implement in your personal life. And as a result, your trading is going to improve because you're going to become a more patient person. Now, guys, step number 1 in actually improving your patience is you need to understand that when you're a trader, you don't just get paid to take trades and win, but you literally get paid to wait and avoid losses as well. As much as trading is about taking wins, it is also equally as important to avoid silly losses and to be patient, okay? Because as a result of you taking less losing trades, you're now more confident. And when it comes to actually taking that A-class setup, for example, the one that I just showed you right there on the charts, you're now going to be able to take it because you know that you're a very, very good trader and you've been patient enough to wait for those setups to occur. And then when you take the trade, you're more likely to win. And that's all because you understand how important it is to be patient and wait for the best possible trades by avoiding silly losses. Now, another thing you can do is make sure that you have a trading plan. This is one of the things that actually changed the game for my trading, is having a trading plan that I follow every single day. Now, I don't actually have a trading plan in front of me, but what I do have is this book here, and you can see here it says Eat, Sleep, Trade, Repeat. This is something which I would recommend everybody gets. It's basically just a completely blank notebook, but what you can do is you can write out your trading plan in this piece of paper, literally have it right in front of you when you're on the charts. And I promise you guys, this will be a game changer for your trading because you're going to have the plan to follow right before you take the trade. You can actually look at this piece of paper and you can think, okay, have I seen this? Have I seen this? Have I seen higher time frame? Have I seen my entry on the lower time frame? And if you see all of this, then you take it. And if you don't see all of this, you don't take the trade. You be more patient. You wait until you see everything on your piece of paper and then you take the trade. So having a trading plan is literally step number 2 of becoming a way more patient trader. Now, the third thing that you can do to improve your patience, literally like that, is to master the higher time frame and start implementing higher time frame within your trading, okay? For example, that trade that I showed you on the charts used higher time frame to understand that we were in a daily supply zone, okay? That we were targeting the previous week high before we reverse, okay? All of this stuff is to do with higher time frame. And if you don't understand higher time frame, you need to learn this, because that's going to help your trading massively, and your patience is going to be so much more improved. Your trading will just go through the roof. And trust me guys, this is what I've seen in my personal trading. When I started to use higher time frame, I became such a good trader, passed funded accounts really quickly. And it's not just me, my community use higher time frame as well, and they have seen some insane results, okay? Now, you can do the exact same. Just start using higher time frame, start being more patient, and I promise you guys, your trading is gonna literally be so much better. Now, if you're serious about your trading and you want to make sure that you can get to the next level, I'll be taking on a few more students this month to personally mentor you, to trade live with you every single day, and ensure that you do become a profitable trader in 2025, just like you saw Ivan do at the start of this video. So click the first link in the description to apply. And if you're accepted, then you can work with me, and I'm very certain I can get you to profitability in 2025. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button, hit the subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.